Well, one of those really fun afternoons here in McHale with the way the sunshine, the weather is outside, and having an afternoon game, and our fans are just amazing, really. Coming off of our Oregon trip, it's just great to see everybody behind this team, and having the pageantry and that goosebump type of feeling at the beginning of both games. Really appreciate it, as does our players. They feed off of that energy. But we were ready to play today, and we were ready to play against Utah. We've had some good practices. It doesn't always mean you're going to carry it into a game, but we were a together group, played with tremendous energy and effort. To see our guys rebound the way they did today, 39-25. As you know, I've been harping on that. That's been an Achilles heel of ours, and it's great to see us start to get that right. I believe we're becoming a better overall rebounding group. Nico Mannion deserves a lot of credit. He had 7 rebounds tonight, and he's learning. There's so many expectations on him that you forget he's only 19, and he's figuring things out as a college basketball player. But when he rebounds like that, it takes a lot of pressure off of our big guys. So I also thought Ira Lee was outstanding. His energy, his physicalness, and he set the tone for a lot of good things, especially in the second half.
You must really like the way you were aggressive inside and outside you with the break, and it was like perfect match.
Yep, and I thought we created a lot of good shot opportunities. Colorado is a very good defensive team, and they're not an easy team to score on. But, we weren't perfect here this afternoon. On offense, I thought we had some really great opportunities we didn't finish. Drives or maybe shots around the basket. We had a couple open three-point shots that didn't go down. And if we would have been able to make those, we would have had a really big afternoon. But our team deserves all the credit, as does our coaching staff. It is not easy to put negative losses and how you feel a week ago behind you and bounce back. And we had a really good week this week, and I'm just really happy that we were able to carry it into both games.
What did you like most about the way the team defended, Sean, based on what had happened Sunday in Corvallis?
Well, the thing that happened to us in Sunday is there's no shame in losing to Oregon State. Like, you'll see Oregon State has a very good basketball team, and they're old. They're veterans. Trace Tinkle is a very good player. So there's nothing like, what did you do wrong because you lost a road game at Oregon State? They were the better team. They beat us. But I'd say about the 9-minute mark of that game, 10-minute mark, second half, we just quietly went away. And when you see that, that really strikes fear in you as a coach, because if that happens, it can happen again. And by the way, it's not an easy thing to fix. We showed up in both games tonight, whether we were going to win or lose against Utah and Colorado. But we had the fight in us. We had a cohesive, spirited effort. And if we weren't perfect, that's fine. We weren't going to go away. We were going to sustain that effort level through the 80 minutes that we played. And that's the thing that I'm most proud of, is that we did really play the game with great effort.
What impressed you most about Ira tonight?
He just played, very, very hard. He finished around the basket. He rebounded at both ends. Ira's one of our most consistent practice players. I think the guys on the team will tell you that. And when you're like that, sometimes you really can break through in games. And tonight he had a big day. He had a big day.
What's the difference between him this week and last week? Oregon State, you didn't play him almost the whole first half.
Yeah.
Was there something he wasn't given last week that's come around?
No, he played a great game today. He just did. He plays every game, and look, the one thing about our team, because of how many new players that we have, I wish that we had it right beginning in November, but sometimes it takes some trial and error, and sometimes it takes a team that fails. And you watch guys on the road versus at home. You always know more and more as time moves on. I think we know our team better now in mid-January than maybe we would have before Christmas. So I think some of it is, you learn the personality, and you kind of see who can do what. And you know what? Ira, in the old-fashioned way, is earning a bigger role, right, because of how he performed. And without you guys being there, he's continued to really work hard in practice as well.
Fit that same thing where he gets more time now, you see what he can do, you know.
You know, we know, and you know when you see him shoot the ball, he's an excellent shooter. But, you know, it takes a little bit of time for those guys to be comfortable as well. New coach, new team, different place, and I feel like he's really starting to settle in. And, man, he was great this weekend. Against Utah, you know, I didn't realize he only played 17 minutes, meaning, you know, you don't score 24 points in 17 minutes very often.
Dylan's played really well the last couple games. When you have big wins or have big wins, Dylan has some kind of part in that.
He does. I think it's a really big observation that Dylan's role in who he is and then his age and his experience, when he doesn't play well or really has that off night, I think it affects our team. When he's solid, from a chemistry perspective and just kind of how the game feels, I think we all feel better. But, you know, Dylan's one of those guys, man, he'll keep trying. He fights, and he didn't play well at Oregon State, and a lot of guys didn't, but it's good to see him bounce back. You know, he's a senior. He's been here for 4 years. You know, I go back to the Anaheim tournament in November. A big reason we were able to win that tournament is he was an all-tournament player, and it's good to see him play well.
You talked a lot about shot selection, and I think a lot of people gasped when Max kind of pulled up and shot that three in the first half. How do you define, are there times that shots like that work within your offense, and Dylan kind of did the same thing in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I can give you so many different analogies from other sports, but just telling you like it is that, you know, not all of our players are equal when they pull up from three. You know, some make more than others, and you can ask the players on our team. When you see that guy shoot every day, I mean, he can really, really get going. He's got a quick release. And, you know, he's a little guy as well, so sometimes a little further away from the line, or you see how quick his release is. That's what he has to do to get a quality look off. But I put him in that category of, you know, he takes an open three regardless of where and when. I think it's a good shot for our team.
So now, do you kind of like that, the good mix of pace yet going inside as well? Because the last couple of games, you've done exactly that.
Mm-hmm. Quick shots have to be good shots. I don't think I'm not trying to hold our guys back at all. Trust me, we're playing at a good pace. But, you know, you want to take quality shots because on the road, if you take the quick ones and miss, boy, it can really go the wrong direction, and it puts a lot of pressure on your defense. So as long as we can play at a good pace, take care of the ball, and get quality, good early shots, we want to do that. But you also want to make sure that you're able to have balance and get the ball inside. A couple of our threes that went in tonight, you know, the best look that we could get, it happened because the ball, you know, touched the paint, post catch, drive, maybe pick and roll, you hit the roller first. Then it gets out of there, and it's just amazing. The shots that go up from that point on, they're just better quality shots.
So this is the kind of mix you'd like to see? I mean, is this kind of maybe what's become a blueprint of what you'd like to see this team?
I mean, yeah, especially if we can win the game. I mean, right? I mean, it doesn't mean we could play the right way and not win, but, you know, we've had a good weekend here, and we have a week ahead to get healthy, to have some really good practices, go to a very difficult place at Arizona State, and try to be as ready as we can and, you know, take our act on the road, so to speak, and be the best team that we can be. We've been at it for a number of times. And I go back to that Oregon game. There was a lot of quality play in that Oregon game. We just weren't able to get over the hump. And, hopefully we'll play like that when we play our next road game.
Along those lines, Sean, if you look at the box score, it's a lot of balance and not huge, not anybody with a great, huge numbers, but good balance, 12, 13, 12. I mean, that's good for you as well.
Yes. And, you know, we have enough players that on given nights, they can step up and do different things. And, like Stone, I think he's got to get used to playing more minutes, playing in a starter's role. You know, I sensed that not in a negative way, but he was a little tight in both games. You know, he wanted to do well. He knew that we were counting on him. But I believe he'll settle in as he's in this starter's role. and has a bigger opportunity. But I think he can do more and be better. I really believe that.
Without Chase, is that maybe a better distribution of minutes with Ira getting more, or is it going to depend a lot on matchups? Like, for example, Christian didn't play as much, but Ira obviously took advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, so much of a game, you have to go with a hot hand. That would be Max the other night. You got to go with guys that are playing well, Dylan Smith. And, to your point, Ira deserved more of an opportunity because of how well he was playing.
Yeah, I mean, any thoughts on Chase being a factor next week, or who knows? You have a whole week now.
I don't have an update other than, I think he'll let us know when he's feeling better, and he's working hard with Justin, like you would expect him to do.
Well, you've had James Akinjo back now. When did he actually come back and practice, and what have you gotten out of him so far, I guess?
This past week, we got a heck of a scout team. He's out there, and you got Jordan Brown out there, and helps us. Got another really quality player. I mean, James is very, very quick, and all of our guards get an opportunity to play against him. And he's like fresh too. He just showed up here, so practice is everything to him. And I thought he helped our team even for this weekend in the small doses that he practiced. But we're implementing him in. I think this coming week he'll practice even more, which is a good thing for our team.
Was he, with that quick turnaround, was he even able to sort of be McKinley right in practice or whatever?
Yep. He represented the other team.
All right, thanks.